All right, welcome back to another video. Today I'm actually going to be talking about two interesting devices that I've been using for gaming for the past few days and kind of my experience with these two devices here. One is a one-handed keyboard called the Periloot. You can get it on Amazon. I'll put the link down in the description below. And the other one is this Trackball gaming mouse. This one is the Lizrrot, but I have another one that I want to try out. The main reason is because this one doesn't have as many like buttons and everything, but I've had this one for a really long time and I just kind of wanted to try out gaming with the trackball. I know other people have tried this in the past, but I kind of wanted to give it a go. As you know, I do like using gyro on controllers, versus like, mouse and keyboard, or, versus just, controllers with the using the right stick itself. So I do tend to lean towards the not so norm way of doing things. So I really like the ergonomics of both of these, and it's really comfortable to game for long sessions. So I really wanted to, kind of give these guys a shot. But yeah, before we jump into all that, I'm really trying to make this a full-time gig. So if you want to consider liking and subscribing if you enjoy my content, and also if you want to donate, there's a thanks button down below, and you can also join my membership. Yeah, so let's jump right into this. And first, we'll actually talk about the Periloot one-handed gaming keyboard here. So as you can see, it does have like a bunch of buttons, but there is no lettering or anything on them. It's very minimal, and I actually like the aesthetics. I like the look of it. They do come in, I believe, all black and a different like red and black variant, where it's like mainly red and the other keys are black. But as you can see, like these are your WASD keys in the middle here, and then everything just follows suit with like the left side of your keyboard there, and you can remap pretty much all of these keys in the software on a Windows desktop. I'm using Linux, so I don't have that software installed on here, but you can remap all of these keys to your liking if you want to, or you can kind of just use them as default, how they come out of the out of the box. So it does come with like a little cheat sheet that you can use, and I can kind of show it here. So this is how everything's set up by default, where it has your Alt B space Enter, and then your WASD, and then your QEFB. So it has all the keys that you would normally use. The only one I kind of missing is G. I feel like G might need to be this button instead of Enter. I actually did not change mine. Mine's still Enter, but I feel like G is a key that's used in a lot of games that is kind of missing on this guy. But like I said, you can change all of the key bindings to your liking within the software that's available. You can go ahead and check out the website, and I'll put a link to the Amazon link to order this guy in the description below. But it really is nice to have like a smaller form factor for your keyboard. As you can see, like you're getting a lot more space, although I am using a trackball mouse right now. But if you are using a traditional mouse, then having a lot more space on your desk to be able to do flicks and stuff, it's really nice. And like all the ergonomics are really nice on here. It's really comfortable to use. It's very easy to get used to. So I do feel like it's a super comfortable feel to it. I mean, I can show you in game kind of how it works and looks, but this guy is probably the better option that I've used. I've used the Razer one-handed keyboard. I've used another one on Amazon from Red Dragon one-handed keyboard. Both of those are pretty good. I think out of those two, the Razer one was a little bit more ergonomic and had more features to it. The one thing I really liked about the Razer one is that it had the scroll wheel. You have another option for different key bindings, using the scroll wheel and stuff. So, and it had like a kind of like a D-pad option on there that you can use either as like a joystick or as a traditional D-pad. So it had some additional features, but as far as just using WASD, I think this is the better move for the ergonomics and for the keys and everything. It just feels more fluid and smooth than using the other one. So I definitely feel like this is a good pick if you're looking for like a one-handed keyboard option. So yeah, so that's the Periloot. I mean, I'll jump in game here in a second to kind of show you how it works and how good it is. But the other one I want to talk about is this guy over here, the trackball. I was just interested in a trackball because I do like to try like different types of devices and like, devices that are a little bit out of the norm. So I wanted to give the mouse tracking a try there. So yeah, if we just jump into a game here,
Hostile ahead.
See, I have the button here. The one over here is the space, so it's really easy to hit that
This is natural anger.
with your thumb and be able to move around very easily. And then I have shift over here where easily accessible with my pinky, and then everything kind of just lines up. And then you have F, V, E, for your melee there, and then everything else is just it's really close and easy to hit everything on there. And then as far as the trackball goes, I've actually gotten pretty used to it. I had to kind of update the
Don't come back.
but the sensitivity quite a bit. I had to play with that.
My anger is healthy.
You do want to be able to flick and aim at people very quickly, which this does give you the capability of doing. So I definitely do like
Hostile ahead.
being able to make quick flicks and be able to make a complete 180 with a really quick flick like that. So you have to mess with the acceleration and different sensitivity in your settings to get it to work. But once you get it dialed down,
I feel bad for you.
it definitely feels
Double
it feels
kill.
good. And it does take some getting used to, kind of knowing how you want to place your thumb on here to get the best aiming experience. It did take some getting used to there, but overall, ergonomically, this is the best feeling gaming experience that I've had. There's no strain on either of my wrists. There's no fatigue. I could play for hours and not really have any issues whatsoever.
I feel bad for you.
So I definitely feel like this is a good long-term usage.
Our enemies are here.
For gaming. I definitely need to get more used to the actual aiming
Down.
trackball, but I'm getting there. I do like being able to do the quick flicks and stuff, like I said, once you get the actual sensitivity and everything about it. So I'm definitely going to continue to try to use this and maybe even stream a little bit with this configuration instead of using my
I feel bad for you.
gyro controller that I normally do.
That's amazing.
So yeah. So if you want to see me play with these a little bit more, please
I
consider
won
liking,
6 in a row.
subscribing
Way
to
to
the videos,
go.
and catch you in the next videos, and I will catch you in the
Down.
next one. Peace.